думал, Сарн устроит нам какую-то ловушку или засаду. Но, наверное, он слишком спешил.
Или мы в нее еще не попали?
Такое на стенах. Какие-то контейнеры.
Похоже на анабиозные камеры. Наверное, протеане пытались сохранить себе жизнь с помощью криогении. Что происходит?
Это ловушка. Сарен подстроил нам засаду.
Не думаю, что за этим стоит Сарен. Если бы это была просто автоматическая ловушка, Сарен бы тоже попался в нее. Как вы думаете, что это?
Особо не надейся. Мы можем рассчитывать только на себя.
Вы не протеане, но и не машины. Эта вероятность также была предусмотрена. Поэтому мы оставили предупреждение с помощью маяков.
Похоже, это какая-то ВИ-программа, причем сильно поврежденная.
Я не ощущаю ни в одном из вас следов внушения, в отличие от тех, кто недавно проходил здесь. Возможно, надежда еще есть.
Погодите минутку. Как так получилось, что я вас понимаю? Почему вы говорите не на протеанском языке?
Я отслеживал ваши переговоры с момента, как вы вошли в комплекс. Я перевел свою речь в понятный для вас формат. Я страж. Здесь вы в безопасности. Пока. Но все может измениться. Скоро безопасности не будет нигде.
Зачем вы меня сюда привели?
Вы должны нарушить цикл, продолжавшийся миллионы лет. Но чтобы его прервать, вы должны сначала понять его, или вы совершите те же ошибки, что и мы. Цитадель — сердце вашей цивилизации, столица вашего правительства. Тем же самым она была и для нас, и для всех, кто был до нас. Но Цитадель — это ловушка. Эта станция — огромный ретранслятор. Он ведет в темный космос, пустую бездну за горизонтом галактики. Когда ретранслятор включится, оттуда выйдут пожинатели. Все, что вы знаете, будет уничтожено.
Если он включит ретранслятор, пожинатели уничтожат Совет и весь флот Цитадели одним ударом.
Такова была и наша судьба. Наши предводители погибли прежде, чем мы успели понять, что атакованы. Пожинатели захватили контроль над Цитаделью, а через нее и над всеми ретрансляторами. Связь и перевозки по всей нашей империи были нарушены. Каждая звездная система отрезана от остальных. Мы стали легкой добычей для флотов пожинателей. Затем пожинатели систематично истребили наш народ. Планету за планетой. Систему за системой они постепенно смели нашу цивилизацию.
Кто-то из вас наверняка сумел выжить.
Заняв Цитадель, пожинатели получили все наши записи, карты, данные переписи. Информация — это сила, а они знали о нас все. Их флоты прошли по всем обитаемым районам галактики. Часть планет была целиком уничтожена. Другие они захватили и обратили население в рабство. Эти рабы, находившиеся под внушением, стали тайными агентами пожинателей. Другие протеане принимали их как беженцев, а те предавали их машинам. За несколько столетий пожинатели убили или поработили всех протеан галактики. Они были жестоки, безжалостны и неумолимы.
Я не понимаю, куда же делись пожинатели после того, как завоевали ваш народ?
Наши планеты стали голыми. Рабы, подвергшиеся внушению, опустошили их. Они забрали все ценное, все ресурсы, все технологии. Удостоверившись в том, что развитой органической жизни больше нет, пожинатели удалились через цитадель назад в темный космос и закрыли за собой дверь. Были уничтожены все свидетельства вторжения. Остались лишь брошенные ими рабы. Хаски — безмозглые пустые оболочки, не способные к самостоятельному мышлению. Вскоре они вымерли. Геноцид протеан завершился.
Что с этого имеют пожинатели? Почему они вновь и вновь повторяют геноцид?
Пожинатели — чужой и непостижимый народ. Возможно, им нужны рабы или ресурсы. Но, скорее всего, ими движут мотивы и логика, которые не поймет ни одно органическое существо. В конце концов, важно ли это? Чтобы выжить, вам надо остановить их, а не понять их.
Вы сказали, что привели меня сюда с какой-то целью. Скажите, что я должен сделать.
Канал — это ключ. Накануне нападения пожинателей мы, протеане, были на грани того, чтобы раскрыть тайну технологии ретрансляторов. Ил был сверхсекретной базой. Здесь наши ученые пытались воссоздать ретранслятор в миниатюре. Он был напрямую связан с цитаделью, узлом сети ретрансляторов.
Канал — это не оружие. Это потайной ход на цитадель.
Как вам удалось остаться ненайденными?
Официальные данные о нашем проекте были уничтожены в начале нападения на цитадель. Протеанская империя рухнула, но Ил уцелел. Мы прерывали все сообщения с внешним миром и погрузились во мрак. Персонал ушел под землю в эти архивы. В целях экономии ресурсов все погрузились в анабиоз. Меня оставили следить за происходящим и пробудить сотрудников, когда опасность пройдет. Но уничтожение целого вида — это длительный процесс. Шли годы, десятки лет, сотни. Пожинатели не уходили, а мои запасы энергии убывали.
Как вы выжили?
Я стал отключать жизнеобеспечение тех, без кого можно было обойтись, начиная с младшего персонала, одного за другим. Это позволило сэкономить энергию. В конце концов, остались лишь анабиозные камеры главных ученых. Даже им уже грозила опасность, когда пожинатели наконец ушли через ретранслятор цитадели.
Там были сотни анабиозных камер. Вы просто их все отключили? Вы убили их?
Вы были запрограммированы защищать их, а не убивать.
Такой исход тоже предусматривался. Мои действия — результат условий, заложенных в программу при моем создании.
Спорим, тем, без кого можно обойтись, об этих условиях не сказали.
Я спасал ключевой персонал. Когда пожинатели ушли, главные ученые были еще живы. Мои действия — единственная причина, по которой сохранялась какая-либо надежда. Когда ученые пробудились, они поняли, что протеанская раса обречена. Нас осталось всего несколько десятков, слишком мало, чтобы поддержать жизнеспособную популяцию. Но они поклялись найти способ не дать пожинателям вернуться, навсегда прервать цикл. Им было известно о роли хранителей.
Разве они не под влиянием пожинателей?
Хранителями управляет цитадель. Каждый раз перед вторжением через станцию проходит сигнал, который заставляет хранителей включить ретранслятор. После долгих лет напряженных исследований ученые нашли способ изменить этот сигнал. С помощью канала они получили доступ к цитадели и произвели необходимые модификации. На этот раз, когда Властелин послал сигнал на цитадель, хранители проигнорировали его. Пожинатели заперты в темном космосе.
Саарен может использовать канал, чтобы обойти внешнюю систему защиты цитадели.
Верно. А оказавшись внутри, он передаст управление станцией Властелину. Властелин отключит системы цитадели и вручную включит ретранслятор. Цикл уничтожения начнется вновь.
Я у Саарена. Просто скажите, как?
В моей консоли есть файл с данными. Возьмите с собой его копию. Когда доберетесь до главного пульта цитадели, загрузите файл туда. Он нарушит протоколы безопасности цитадели и временно даст вам контроль над станцией. У вас может появиться шанс против Властелина.
Эй, а где находится этот главный пульт цитадели? В первый раз слышу о таком.
Воспользуйтесь каналом. Следуйте за Саареном. Он приведет вас к пульту.
Как же никто не замечает, что цитадель — это гигантский ретранслятор?
Пожинатели позаботились о том, чтобы скрыть главные секреты цитадели. Хранители поддерживают основные функции станции. Они позволяют всем расам, которые найдут цитадель, пользоваться ею без полного понимания ее технологий. Все расы полагаются на хранителей, и это обеспечивает то, что они не могут раскрыть подлинную природу цитадели, пока ретранслятор не включается и не приходят пожинатели.
Что стало с выжившими протеанскими учеными?
С помощью канала они получили доступ к цитадели. Но канал — это всего лишь прототип. Портал работает только в одном направлении, так что они оказались заперты на станции. Я не знаю, что с ними стало потом. Вряд ли они нашли на станции воду или пищу. Боюсь, что они умерли страшной и медленной смертью. Мне лишь известно, что им удалось заблокировать ретранслятор. Ваше присутствие здесь означает, что их жертва была не напрасна.
Если пожинатели заперты в темном космосе, как Властелин оказался здесь?
Можно предположить, что после каждого сбора урожая пожинатели оставляют кого-то из своих в качестве агента, чтобы тот подготовил их неизбежное возвращение. Как и те, что ушли в темный космос, Властелин, вероятно, провел последние 50 тысяч лет в состоянии спячки. Время от времени он мог просыпаться, чтобы анализировать ситуацию. Не показываясь никому на глаза, он оценивал состояние галактической цивилизации, а когда пришло время, подал сигнал цитадели, чтобы вызвать очередное вторжение. Но на этот раз сигнал не сработал. Хранители не отозвались на него. Союзники Властелина остались запертыми в пустоте. Он оказался один и стал пытаться понять, что пошло не так.
Властелин — самый большой корабль в галактике. Зачем все эти секреты? Почему нельзя просто атаковать цитадель?
Властелин уязвим. Раскрыть свою природу значит для него объединить против себя все органические расы. Даже пожинатель не выстоит при таком соотношении сил. Но пожинатели терпеливы. Они не бросаются навстречу неизвестным. Властелин мог строить свои планы сотни лет, осторожно собирая себе союзников. Действуя через своих агентов, чтобы о нем не узнали, он постепенно собирал фрагменты мозаики. Саарен — самая очевидная пешка пожинателей, но вряд ли первая. Теперь же Властелин осмелел. Не знаю, от самоуверенности или от отчаяния. Но он решил открыть портал в темный космос.
Пожинатели приходят из темного космоса? Как они могут там выжить?
У нас есть только теории. Здешние ученые пришли к выводу, что для сохранения энергии пожинатели входят в длительные фазы бездействия. Это позволяет им прожить тысячи и тысячи лет, пока не восстановится органическая цивилизация. Уходя за пределы галактики, они добиваются того, чтобы никто случайно не наткнулся на них. Их существование остается тайной, пока не включается ретранслятор цитадели.
А что насчет маяка на Иден Прайм? И того, другого, на Вермайре? Зачем они нужны?
В эпоху нашего расцвета маяки охватывали все пространство нашей империи. Они составляли единую общегалактическую сеть для быстрой передачи данных с планеты на планету. Во время вторжения практически все маяки были уничтожены. Но как только пожинатели ушли, те, кто выжил на Иле, решили рискнуть и отправить сообщение. Мы знали, что, скорее всего, больше никого не осталось. Но если вдруг был кто-то еще, мы хотели сообщить им об Иле, дать им надежду. Поэтому по сети было отправлено сообщение.
А вас могли узнать пожинатели?
Вообще-то мы сомневались, что хоть один маяк еще действует, но попробовать было нужно. Если были еще выжившие, мы должны были с ними связаться. Сообщение предназначалось для представителей нашего народа. Его код могло понять только органическое существо. Мы все еще не понимали силу внушения. Нам было невдомек, что сообщение может привести на эту планету агента машин, такого как Сарен. Но также оно привело сюда и вас. Так что, возможно, мы все же не ошиблись.
У Сарена и так уже большая фора. Забираем файл и уходим.
Тот, кого вы называете Сареном, еще не добрался до канала. Еще есть надежда, если вы поторопитесь.
Это трагично. Несмотря на все свои достижения, протеане потеряли все, как и мой народ. Даже их последний план провалился.
Пойдемте дальше. Я не хочу последовать за ними.
Канал! Невероятно!
Некогда прохлаждаться. Надо лезть в ретранслятор, а геты не расстелят нам ковровую дорожку.
Включить защиту, закрыть станцию. Лучи не двигаются, системы не отвечают. Покинуть цитадель, эвакуировать совет. Цитадель главная, как слышите?
Во всех отслеживаемых системах отмечаются критические сбои. Просим немедленно приступить к эвакуации.
успеешь.
Давай покончим с этим.
Я победил. Уже дошло, нет? Через пару минут Властелин будет контролировать все системы Цитадели. Ретранслятор откроется. Пожинатели вернутся.
Я иду к главной панели управления, и ты меня не остановишь.
Тебе удалось пережить нашу встречу на Вермайере. Но с тех пор я изменился. Стал лучше. Властелин усовершенствовал меня.
Хитроумные железяки тебя не спасут.
Пожалуй, я должен поблагодарить тебя, Шепард. После Вермайера я все думал о твоих словах. О том, что Властелин манипулирует мною. О внушении. Сомнения стали разъедать меня. Властелин почувствовал это. Его имплантаты укрепили мою решимость. Теперь все сомнения позади. Я всецело верю во Властелина. Я знаю, что пожинателям нужна органика. Присоединись к нам, и Властелин найдет для тебя место.
Я лучше умру, чем буду так жить.
Тогда ты умрешь. И твои спутники, все твои друзья, любимые, все, кого ты знаешь, разве не понятно? Вы все умрете. Пожинателей не остановить. Протеане не смогли, и у тебя не получится. Это бесконечный цикл.
Властелин еще не победил. Я не дам ему захватить контроль над станцией. Отойди в сторону, и нашествие не состоится.
Мы не можем это остановить, лишь задержать. У тебя же были видения. Ты знаешь, что случилось с протеанами. Пожинатели слишком сильны.
Какой-то частью себя ты еще понимаешь, что так нельзя. Ты можешь бороться.
Возможно, это правда. Возможно, еще есть шанс, чтобы... Имплантаты. Властелин слишком силен. Мне жаль, но уже слишком поздно.
Еще не все кончено. Ты еще можешь освободиться.
Прощай, Шепард. Спасибо.
Файл Стража сработал. Я контролирую все системы.
Быстро. Раскрывайте станцию. Возможно, флот успеет сбить Властелина до того, как он вновь перехватит управление.
Попробуйте открыть канал связи.
Путь предназначения. Основные двигатели отключены. Мощность кинетических барьеров упала до 40%. На борту члены Совета. Повторяю, на борту члены Совета.
Нормандия Цитадели. Нормандия Цитадели. Скажите, что это вы, капитан.
Я здесь, Джокер.
Мы принимаем сигнал бедствия, капитан. Я тут в секторе Антуры, со всем Арктурским флотом. Мы можем спасти путь предназначения. Просто разблокируйте ретрансляторы вокруг Цитадели, и мы тут как тут.
Хотите жертвовать людьми ради спасения Совета? Что он сделал для вас хорошего?
Это касается не только людей. Властелин — угроза для всех органических видов в галактике.
Тупо тратить подкрепление, чтобы спасать Совет. Придержите их, пока Цитадель раскроется, и человеческий флот сможет вдарить по Властелину.
Какие будут приказы? Погоди, пока жопу рвать.
Джокер, ждите, пока цитадель не раскроется. Все корабли должны заняться Властелином, даже если это значит пожертвовать Советом.
Пусть Совет погибнет ради спасения галактики. Нелегкое решение. Я надеюсь, вы сделали правильный выбор.
Кораблям Альянса держать строй. Ждите выхода на Властелин. Остальное не важно. Повторяю, остальное не важно.
Капитан, мы получаем подкрепление.
Это Альянс! Открыть канал связи! Говорит путь предназначения. Нас атакуют. Система поиск не справляется. Барьеры отключились.
Капитан, они закрыли канал.
Он мертв?
Он мертв.
чудовище любой ценой.
Андерсон! Мы нашли их! Они здесь!
Спокойно, все кончилось. Вы в безопасности. Где капитан? Мы получили ваше сообщение, посол. Объясните, в чем дело?
Не стоит кипятиться, капитан. Я хотел бы сохранить все свои зубы на месте.
Сказали бы спасибо за то, что я сделал. Если бы Нормандия осталась на приколе, мы все были бы мертвы.
Я понимаю, капитан, вы сделали то, что должны были. Поэтому вы здесь. Нам нужно обсудить то, что произошло с Советом.
Действия капитана были верны. Нам нужно было сохранить флот, чтобы уничтожить Властелина. Иначе никак.
Я согласен. Но это также дает нам определенные возможности. Флоты Цитадели понесли тяжелые потери. В результате Альянс стал сильнее. Без нас они не смогут восстановиться. Нам нужно сыграть ведущую роль в формировании нового совета во главе с председателем Человеком.
Я могу себе представить, что нас пригласят вступить в совет. Но возглавить его — это совсем другое дело.
Другие расы напуганы. Ни с чем подобным они прежде не сталкивались. Они не знают, что им делать, и хотят, чтобы мы вышли вперед. Они верят в нас благодаря вам, Шепард. Вы спасли галактику от властелина. Вы символ всего хорошего, что есть в человечестве. Нашей смелости, нашей силы.
Посол прав. Остальные расы надеются на нас. Они не просто признают наше лидерство, они примут его с радостью.
Учитывая все, что вы сделали, капитан Шепард, Альянс хочет знать, кого вы видите на посту председателя Совета.
Скоро начнется война. Нужен кто-то с военным опытом, такой, как капитан Андерсон.
Не могу не согласиться. Капитан, вы к этому готовы?
Не знаю, готов ли к этому хоть кто-нибудь из нас. Но я сделаю все, что смогу. Так, и что дальше?
Пожинатели никуда не делись. Они скоро будут здесь, и я собираюсь придумать, как их остановить.
Тут не поспоришь. Война с пожинателями не за горами. Если мы проиграем, всему живому конец. Нужно показать остальной галактике, что мы умеем и можем побеждать. При поддержке других рас мы сможем выиграть эту битву. Если они будут с нами, мы выстоим против пожинателей.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down! Multiple hull breaches! Weapons offline! Somebody get that fire out!
Distress beacon is ready for launch. Will the Alliance get here in time? The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle. Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't abandon ship. I'm not leaving either. I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttles. I'll take care of Joker. Commander! Kate, go. Now. Aye, aye. Everybody in! Go! 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 Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack. Watch the arm!
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat. As was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof. which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest-looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tali. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tali's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I decided discretion was the better part of valor, and kept my focus on our goal, finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead, Benezia. Saren had taken her to Novaria, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone, with the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Kaidan with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Ash was a good friend, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Kaidan. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. I'd never tell anyone, but I had my doubts. Leaving Ashley behind had hardened my resolve, but revealed a soft spot in my defenses. How many more friends and allies would I be willing to sacrifice in order to stop Saren? We arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council could be replaced. The fleets were needed here and now if we were going to defeat Sovereign. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair. And someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. Oh my God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson, he's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Steps pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Those canisters by the door are going to blow. Get behind cover now. Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol. Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out! Keep moving, we need to get you to the shuttles. Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position. Take cover.
Taking fire.
Nice work, Shepard. Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long. More reinforcements heading. Here come the mechs. Use the grenade launcher to take them. Take the elevator down one floor. Hurry! Get to the door! Run! You're doing fine, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to meet you. Shepard! Freed me! I've got them closing in on my position.
Update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results
Update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we made.
Just through my shield!
What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
I just woke up. You probably know more than I do.
Right, sorry about that. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
What's with the mechs?
Security. Usually they fight for us. Somebody must have hacked them. That should be impossible, unless you've got access. We've got to get you out of here, Shepard.
It's your station, Jacob. I'll follow you.
First step, let's finish off these metal bastards. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff. Just give the order. And I'll hit him with biotic power. ready to get the hell off this station?
Before we go anywhere, I need some answers.
Sure. What do you want to know?
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
They've seen us.
Damn it, Wilson. This room's crawling with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Wilson, find us another route out of here.
Oh, God. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Shepard! Down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
We need to get off this station.
I'm not going anywhere till someone fixes my leg.
Should be some Medi-gel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Medi-gel from the first aid station. Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now, huh? I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
I don't care who set up who. Those mechs are shooting at all of us. We'll sort it out later.
We need to find Miranda first. We can't just leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... We can overload the canisters to clear a path to the shuttles.
These mechs don't know when to quit!
The fastest way to the shuttles is through those canisters. That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss...
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Should I recognize that name?
Maybe that's a side effect of your recovery. You and Cerberus certainly have a history. According to the Alliance, we're a radical pro-human splinter group. You wiped out several of our research bases. But things change. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the Elusive Man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
You must have some reason for bringing me back. Tell me what's going on.
All gotta come from the boss, Shepard. As soon as we're safe. We're almost at the shuttle.
Hostiles detected. Excuse me.
Gotta hurt! That's a nice trip.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the Elusive Man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The Elusive Man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the Elusive Man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on. Before you meet with the Elusive Man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The Elusive Man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you grew up on Earth. Tough environment, no parents. You enlisted, and you survived a Thresher Maw attack that wiped out the rest of your team. Do you remember that?
I lost a lot of friends that day. Going through something like that changes you. It can break you, if you let it.
I read the report. 50 Marines died in Akuz. You were the only one who lived. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave her behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Ash gave her life for the rest of the team. Without her, I couldn't have stopped Saren. She died a hero.
I understand, Commander. And I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the Elusive Man accepts our little field test as evidence enough. The Elusive Man is waiting for you in the other room. The Elusive Man is waiting for you in the other room.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive Man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
A necessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
You might be the reason I'm still alive, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
You need to put your personal feelings aside. Humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers. just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize.
The Alliance is overwhelmed by the responsibility you gave them. They're too busy building relations to put resources into verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique, not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
Is this a volunteer job, or am I being volunteered?
You always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't find the evidence we're both looking for, we can part ways. But first, go to Freedom's Progress. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.